This is a tutorial on how to make a cup of coffee. First, get a camera. You'll want to make sure it's turned on, has a full battery, and that you press the little red record button when you're ready to start. And you're going to need to point the shiny glass end of that at the coffee making process as you go. Next, select a mug that either has current pop culture relevance or one that clearly signifies that you're a good person. I have chosen this love mug to show my support for rainbows. Jar of coffee, you're going to put some of that in, but not like that. I recommend using a spoon. Put any number of spoonfuls in, but just remember, 0 is not a number. You can have 1, you can have -1, but you cannot make a coffee with 0 spoonfuls of coffee. Here, I'm doing 2. I also like to add this nondescript white powder, but you don't have to, just as long as you're okay with being ridiculously uncool. Water. Make sure it's hot. A good way to test if it's hot enough is if you're enveloped by excruciating pain when you stick your finger in it. Don't let it overflow, or it will commit unspeakable horrors. Speaking of unspeakable horrors, now you can add the cow juice. Again, not too much, or the vegan police will sense your exact location and start raving about consent. You can record a shot of you drinking your concoction to prove your faith in the recipe, but that's not necessary. So if you've been pointing your camera at all this action, you should have all the footage you need to make a video on how to make a cup of coffee, and now you want to edit it. So to edit it, you need to remove the SD card from your camera and leave it in a dark musty place for Grumak to find. It's also very important to leave some sort of payment. Grumak will see a lack of payment as an invitation to cradle you in your sleep tonight. This time, I left the empty coffee mug, but sometimes I leave £1 or even £2 to contribute to the editing software license fee. So while Grumak's working on that, you can record the voiceover. Remember to keep it light-hearted and whimsical, and definitely make sure you don't say Grumak's name 5 times in the script. The next day, by around 3:33, the edit should be done, so you can go down to the dark musty place and collect your video file. You don't need to shout thank you into the darkness, but I do. It just helps me sleep at night. So now you can take your video file and your voiceover file and glue them together. Make sure you don't get any on your fingers because that stuff is messy. And then you're done. You've got yourself a tutorial on how to make a cup of coffee, and most importantly, you didn't upset Grumak.